To see that, ladies and gentlemen, they blew the top. The NHRA, that's the National Hot Rod Association, is the largest auto racing sanctioning body. There are over 35,000 racing. This is a pivotal matchup in this event. Be sure not to miss this one. It'll be hard to top that last race, but I am certain the drivers in the next round will leave it all on the track. We've got more NHRA drag racing action coming up. The NHRA, that's the National Hot Rod Association, is the largest auto racing sanctioning body. Over 35,000 licensed competitors. sensational races in the books, and we've got more to come, so don't go anywhere.
Hey, there you are. Congratulations again on your promotion to team manager, and welcome to your new NHRA drag racing team. I'm the team's crew chief. I wear a lot of hats around here, but right now my job is to get you up to speed. Last season, it wasn't great. We didn't perform very well, and we still don't have a lot of funding, but I'm certain that with you as manager, we can turn it around. Let's climb the rankings, race against the best, and take home that championship trophy. But before we think about that, I'm here to help you learn the basics about drag racing. Come on, let me show you the ropes. This is our test track. Here we can try out our vehicles and any setup changes you make in a relatively safe environment. Right now, we compete in stock vehicle drag racing. The idea is fairly simple. Floor the throttle, keep the car straight, don't crash, and be fastest to the finish line. Seems easy, right? It's a little more complicated than that. Don't worry, we'll take you through the steps one by one. The first phase of drag racing is the burnout. The goal of a burnout is to heat up the tires and lay down tire rubber on the track to have better grip at the start line. Now you'll want to let go of the brake and stay on the throttle. Tires will continue to heat up as they find their grip. Great work! The tires are nice and hot. You put down good rubber onto the track, you should have some excellent grip off the start line now. Now that your tires are warmed up, we need to roll back over the staging line. Shift down until your car enters reverse gear. Once you're in reverse, press the throttle gently to roll the car back into the staging area. Okay, now we can begin the staging process. The staging line is where we start the race from. Shift up into forward gear and gently roll forward. But be careful not to stage too deeply. If you cross the staging line, it's a jump start. This is what we like to call the Christmas tree. Notice the large row of lights below the staging lights? That will tell you when you can start to floor. When the amber light turns on, that means it's time to react. You got a few tenths of a second before the green light turns on, so hit the throttle as quickly as you can. If you do cross the deep staging line while the amber light is shining, the red light will turn on. The red light signals a disqualification. Once the light turns green, it's go time. Only then can your car cross the staging line. The vehicle dramatically without putting excessive pressure on your brake system. Great work! You made it across the finish line, and you managed to stop your vehicle before hitting the sandbox. Let's head on over to the garage and get you more acquainted with the inside. Welcome to the garage area. This is where you prepare the vehicle for the upcoming race weekend. Your vehicle is divided into different parts, which affect the performance. This is the Research and Development Department. Here you can start R&D projects to improve your parts. Pay attention to how much money and time each R&D project will cost. These improvements are permanent and transferable to newly installed parts, so don't worry. You can swap parts as much as you want after an R&D project is complete. Let's start an R&D project. Take your pick. Welcome to your first race weekend. Let me explain how NHRA competition works. Every NHRA championship season is broken up into several different race weekends. During a race weekend, you earn points towards your championship total. The driver with the most points at the end becomes the champion and gets a championship Wally to add to their trophy cabinet. Winning a race weekend not only earns you a Wally, it nets you a decent haul of cash as well. A race weekend consists of 3 days on track. Test races on Friday, qualifiers on Saturday, and elimination races on Sunday. This is the pit. Here we do maintenance between races. Here you can repair low-integrity parts, replace broken parts, or tune the car. Parts will always break down over time in this sport, but mishandling will lead to more issues. So be careful when you're out there on track. You have a set amount of time to make all your repairs and replacements, so make sure you plan accordingly.
I can feel the anticipation for our next race coming up here in the commentary box, ladies and gentlemen. The roar of the engines firing up, the smell of the exhaust, the sun flipping off the engines. It does not get better than this. The fans in attendance loved that last race, and lucky for them and for us. Just a reminder that the NHRA offers every single ticket holder access to the game. So if you don't have a chance yet, go take a peek at what these cars look like under the hood or watch the videos. drivers give it absolutely everything every time their wheels touch the drag strip. With this level of competition so far this weekend, who knows what we're going to see in the finals? We've got a great crowd this weekend exploring the pits, taking a peek at those incredible engines being built, but it's just about time to see those engines scream down the racetrack. Four football fields in less than 5 seconds. That's an indication of just how lightning quick these cars are. Even though this is a first-round race, I know that these two are going to give it absolutely everything. Look at that, a win for the driver. The NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series never fails to deliver hard-pounding, high-octane action. Our founder, Wally Parks, began the NHRA in 1951 to save the competitive organization for modern drag racing. 25,000 people signed up for the first year. It's the next round of action here, and the pressure is starting to ramp up. Down on track, the drivers are gearing up for their race. We're being spoiled with this race action, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that was something special, wasn't it? Two of the NHRA's brightest. In case you were wondering, yes, the Wally Trophy is named after the NHRA's founder, Wally Parks. It's a popular figure around here. The driver wants a Wally. next round. It'll be hard to top that last race, but I am certain the drivers in the next round will leave it all on the track. We've got more NHRA drag racing action coming up. It's always such a thrill to watch these cars, isn't it? It's our next round matchup coming up. Will we see another close race, or will it be a blowout? That was an exciting run. That's our final race of the evening. Good night from those of us here in the announcing booth, and thanks for joining us here at the NHRA Camping World Drag Racing Series. Can you believe what we've just seen? And can you believe that this isn't even the final round? Welcome to Tucson Dragway, folks. I see a lot of people heading to concession stands. We've got an accelerated lineup of NHRA drag racing action in just a few moments. Grab your earplugs and popcorn and get ready to feel the rush of the fastest cars on Earth. With that performance, albeit they still came out on top. Both drivers have given us some incredible performances so far. What What a great turnout we've seen so far for this weekend's event. The grandstands are filling up and we're just about ready to rock and roll. So without further ado, let's take it trackside. If you're lucky this weekend, race fans, you can get a chance to run into some drivers right down in the midway. Do not be shy. They love taking photos and getting what we've just seen? And can you believe that this isn't even the final round? Stay tuned, the next race Make sure you've got your earplugs and earmuffs in for this next pass. These engines hit decibels levels of 150 dB, which is as loud as a truck. Absolutely no fear in either of these drivers. That's why they're at the top of the sport. The finals are still to come, so stick around. If you're lucky this weekend, race fans, you can get a chance to run into some of your favorite drivers right down in the midway. Do not be shy. They love taking photos and getting autographs. It's very tough to get those tires in the right temperature window for a successful launch. That didn't seem to do the trick. Here with this next contest. What do these two drivers have in store? The car in the right lane clearly suffering from real spin in that race. that was something special, wasn't it? Two of the NHRA's brightest stars. In case you're looking to go on a road trip, the NHRA has over 140 sanctioned drag strips across the country. Wow, that was something special, wasn't it? Two of the NHRA's brightest stars head-to-head, and there's plenty more of that to come next. Make sure you've got your earplugs or earmuffs into this next match.